Alright, so let me go ahead and update you on the game right now. So, got back to the beach shack. I got a tagine ready to go. I learned this the hard way yesterday. I was lighting up all those coals and then I spent forever getting the tagine ready. Now I've done it the opposite way. So I got the tagine hooked up. It's got all the vegetables in there, stacked up on top of each other. I got tomatoes, potatoes, peppers, squash, carrots. This shit is gonna be the bomb big. This time I did not mix the spices with, should be probably put this here. I did not mix the spices with the oil. Like usually I would mix the spices into the onions, like the bottom layer with oil and tomatoes. This time I didn't because I actually forgot, but I actually did want to try it this way to put the spices on top, right? And to have them kind of give the flavor through the vapor, the smoke that comes up. And which reminds me, I have not put olive oil in yet. So there's definitely enough olive oil for few tagines. And I got some leftover vegetables from here. And then this bad boy right here, this is a kilo of sardines that I got from Mrissa, the place that I showed you earlier where there was that surf spot. Only in high tide though, so there's a kilo of sardines in there. I tried to grill it to get the grill tool, but the lady was out. There was nowhere else in the village I could get it. So this guy suggested aluminum, which was a perfect idea. So I wrapped the sardines in there, no spices or anything. They're gonna cook natural, but on the coal. And then I'm gonna have some lemons ready for their ass when they're ready. So I'm gonna cut up these lemons and then hook them up on the sardines. And I lucked up today. Instead of eating white bread, I actually lucked up on homemade bread locally in the village that I found from this dude. So this is homemade. It's wheat, and I got 3 of them. So I'm gonna go all out. So tagine is ready, sardines are ready. Next up, we have to light the mejmer right now, which is the container thing, which is back here outside. There's not much light in it, probably can't see it, but it's this one from last night. I was gonna do this on the roof, but it is raining, so I'm gonna cook over here tonight. Alright, so that's it. So next up, get this bad boy sparked up. Alright, so I think I got enough candles to do somewhat of a decent video. Maybe this will make it better as well. Alright, so that's what's happening. So I gotta light this bad boy up. There we go. I'll do more over here. This thing right here is at the front. There we go. Alright. So the trick still some coals from last night. So the trick is gonna be I asked this guy, he said start with really small coals inside and then build on top of them with bigger ones. Alright, so for example, we could do this thing right here. It's a meticulous process. This shit ain't easy, you know? Now, I also gotta blow on it, for lack of better words. this is the company that fired me. But also they gave me an inkling or an insight into what the next thing would be, which is what I'm doing right here. This shit was not recording this entire time. It is finally on and cracking. This shit is not easy. The guy made it seem like you could just light it up with like a little candle thing and it's easy. No, but it's a meticulous ass process. But once it is on, it's on and cracking like it's doing right now. I gotta have a really strong one going because not only I need it for the tagine, but after that for the fish. So this shit has to be stable. All right, I'm back at the beach shack. Let's check on the tagine to see where it's going. Oh man, can you hear that? Can you hear that? That's the sound of taste. Literally. The smell. No words can do it justice. No matter what I try to convey to you guys, this is gonna be sick. But what I gotta do is move the tagine and then check on the fire situation because it needs to sustain us through the fish. The fish comes up here next. So it's a time in between moving this and putting the fish on without the coals going out. So I'm gonna inspect how things are looking. I'm gonna close this up. I need to get something to pick this dish up with because it's piping hot. All right, so this is the coal's current state of affairs. So it's burned through most of it. I think I need to get a fork to really check it out. But we're in really, really good shape. Now I think I just gotta throw some more coals on top of that. And that will definitely carry us through the fish situation. Definitely. So let's see if this is just ashes or coals. We got this one still cracking. We got these other guys down here. I'm gonna put some new ones. Cool beautiful, clean coal. As who? As Trump would put it. But let's not go there, guys. Let's not go there. This is not about politics. It's about living out here in the wild. And more precisely, it's about living in the beach shack. Now I want to spark this thing up like a motherfucker for the fish. But also to get it crazy and going, to really make sure that the tagine makes it to the finish line. Now I need to give it some wind. So now the coals on top will connect with the ones at the bottom, and a new spark would be given to this here container, or mjmar is the actual word for it. Okay, so this is really in good shape. Really, really good shape. Okay, so I figured this shit out. To save time, I'm actually gonna put the fish on top of the vegetables, because we're going on like 12:30 at night, and I don't want to risk it with the tagine because it still has ways to go to get that fall off the bone feel. So I'm just gonna put the fish on top of it and then give them both another hour. And they should absolutely fucking do it. And then I'm gonna put this thing on top right here. There we go. And now that should absolutely fucking do it. Both tastes will be mixed. The fish will definitely hit the vegetables, vegetables hit the fish. They are separated by aluminum. But it's always better to have a separation of church and state. But in this case, we need to save time. So the next hour needs to be given to both. Yo, this life. It's hard to put into words, man. Like having to go through all this shit to actually cook food, this entire struggle. It's how everybody lived before, you know? And doing it really gives you perspective. I also, when I was at the Mrissa, I locked up on some bomb ass pomegranate. I'm about to slice them up and then put them in this plastic bag, because I literally got a container, a plastic container, and I left it in one of the stores. But who gives a fuck? Because it's that beach shack life. So I'm gonna cut them up, put them in this plastic bag, and then go at it. The fish and the tagine, they still got about, I would say, like another 15 minutes to go. But I'm gonna down these pomegranate. They're gonna hit my system. Been fasting for at least 18 hours now. And I'm gonna just enjoy this pomegranate hitting the system. And I'm gonna have like another 45 minutes, 50 minutes before I hit the main course. I finally done another well-deserved ass meal. I can't believe this shit. Just by the look of the vegetables, they have completely fallen off the bone. Now the tagine is it's full of sauce, full of water. I'm not sure if it's coming from the vegetables or from the fish that was on top of it. It's probably fish oil that has seeped down, but either way, it's gonna be bomb as fuck. This is the fish that I got from Mrissa. It's cooked to the fucking bone. I mean, it just falls off. I moved this fish when I just set it down, and the thing just collapsed. As you can see, the lemons on top. I'm about to fuck up these sardines with them. And then you got the bread. Got 3 big pieces. Gonna go all out. And the plastic bag down here. Still got the pomegranates in it. So I'm about to get down another well-deserved ass meal. Cooked in the beach shack. Cooked on coal. Beautiful, clean coal. Fish from the Mrissa, which turned out to be also a surf spot. Bread from the local homie who got it from his mom's house. About to get this thing done. Can't wait. And this wraps up this weekend. This was MJ on the journey back to Silicon Valley.